Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Congregation Beth Israel in Houston. Live streaming is here for you. I'm delighted that we can share the Shabbat together, sharing beautiful prayers, inspiring music, and an important message. As the week continues and Shabbat begins, please accept my very best wishes for good health, much life, and greater peace. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I want to welcome everyone to Congregation Beth Israel and to the Gordon Chapel. And we're so glad that you're here with us on this Shabbat as we take a break from the mundane daily rituals of our lives and celebrate this day of rest, God's presence in our lives, and of course, Maya as she takes her place in leading us in prayer and as she is called to the Torah for the first time as a part of our community. We welcome all of her family and friends who are here today, and we invite everyone to join in as we pray and sing throughout the service. If you're unfamiliar with our prayer book, you can find them in front of you, the blue prayer books. It's a typical 2-page spread with the Hebrew prayer, transliteration, and a translation on the right side, and thematic readings on the left side. At the bottom, you can find footnotes that will give a bit more information about the prayer itself. Take one last opportunity to please turn your cell phones off and help us create the spiritual atmosphere worthy of God's presence and honor Maya's place as a leader in our community. And we hope that you refrain from texting, taking pictures, and so on. This time, I'd like to invite Cantor Trumpeter to introduce our opening song.
We continue now with the singing of Ma Tovu on page 74. How fair are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Israel.
Oh
We continue on page 91.
For our teachers and their students, and the students of the students, we ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say, Amen.
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 And for those who study Torah, here and everywhere, may they be blessed with all they need, and let us say, Amen.
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 Please turn to page 108 and rise for the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam vaed.
Page 111. In the beginning, even then, a new light was sown for the righteous, a promise that your light would become the catalyst, first for order, then for hope. Author of language and light, help us to use words as you have, to cast light into dark waters and draw out justice and truth. Page 112. How deeply you have loved us, Adonai, our God, gracing us with surpassing compassion. On account of our forebears, whose trust led you to teach them the laws of life, be gracious to us, teaching us as well. O merciful one, have mercy on us by making us able to understand and discern, to heed, learn, and teach, and lovingly to observe, perform, and fulfill all that is in your Torah. Enlighten our eyes with your Torah, focus our minds on your mitzvot, unite our hearts in love and reverence for your name. Then we will never feel shame, never deserve rebuke, and never stumble. Having trusted in your great and awesome holiness, we shall celebrate your salvation with joy. Together. Gather us in peace from the four corners of the earth and lead us upright to our land. For you, O God, work wonders. You chose us. Truly, you drew us near to your great name, that we might acknowledge you, declaring you one in love. Praise to be you, Adonai, who chooses your people, Israel, in love. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Page 114.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated. Page 116. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha ve'hayu hadevarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha veshinantam levanecha vedibarta bam veshivtecha bebetecha uvlechtecha vaderech uveshochtecha uvekumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha vehayu letotafot bein einecha uchtatam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We read together in the middle of the page.
You
You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, and when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and be holy to your God. I am Adonai, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai, your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Please turn to page 121. Emet, there is no place where you are not, even in the wilderness, there is your word. Emet, those planned strokes of lightning, white fire, black flame, stir the soul's passion, guide our sacred way. True and enduring is Torah. Your truth for us is certain and established, now and forevermore. Like Moses, Miriam, and all of Israel, we sing out and rejoice. Rock of Israel, rise in support of Israel and redeem Judah and Israel as you promised. Our Redeemer, Adonai Tzevaot, is your name. Blessed are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. We continue now with our tefillah on pages 124, 126, and 128. Please rise. Adonai sefatai ufi agiteilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, U'mevi Geula livnei b'neihem, Le'ma'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer, Moshiach Umagen. Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, V'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah, Rav Le'Hoshia, Mechlakeh Chaim B'Chesed, Mechaye HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emumato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memit, Umechaye, Umatmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol. We read together in the middle of page 128. You are forever mighty, Adonai, you give life to all. You sustain life through love, giving life to all, through great compassion, supporting the fallen, healing the sick, freeing the captive, keeping faith with those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, source of mighty acts? Who resembles you, a sovereign who takes and gives life, causing deliverance to spring up and faithfully giving life to all? Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Page 130.
נקדש שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על נביאך, וקרא זה ואמר, קדוש קדוש קדוש, אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני אדוננו, מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו ומלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגי גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
To all generations we will declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Please be seated. Page 132.
ישמחו במלכותך, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. מקדשי שבי, מקדשי
Those who keep Shabbat by calling it a delight will rejoice in your realm. The people that hallow Shabbat will delight in your goodness. For, being pleased with the seventh day, you hallowed it, as the most precious of days, drawing our attention to the work of creation. We continue reading together on page 134. Our God and God of our ancestors, be pleased with our rest, sanctify us with your mitzvot, and grant us a share in your Torah. Satisfy us with your goodness and gladden us with your salvation. Purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, Adonai, our God, grant us your holy Shabbat as a heritage. May Israel, who sanctifies your name, rest on Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Page 136. Find favor, Adonai, our God, with your people Israel, and accept their prayer and love. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants. Pour out your Spirit upon us. Let our eyes behold your loving return to Zion. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose presence returns to Zion. Page 139. For the expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations. Modim anachnu lach. For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons. Modim anachnu lach. For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements. Modim anachnu lach. For human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression. Modim anachnu lach. For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared. Modim anachnu lach. For all who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom. Modim anachnu lach. For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose. Modim anachnu lach. We pray that we may live not by our fears, but by our hopes, not by our words, but by our deeds. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Page 140. Grant peace, goodness, and blessing, grace, kindness, and mercy, to us and to all your people Israel. Bless us, our Creator, all of us together, through the light of your presence. Truly through the light of your presence, Adonai, our God, you give us a Torah of life, the love of kindness, justice, and blessing, mercy, life, and peace. May you see fit to bless your people Israel at all times, at every hour, with your peace. Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace.
Chenu
In our prayer book, we turn to page 244 as we prepare for the reading of Torah. Ein kamocha Elohim Adonai ve'ein kamasecha malchutcha malchut kol olamim umemshaltecha bechol dor vador Adonai melech Adonai malach Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed Adonai oz le'emo yiten Adonai varech et amo v'ashalom. There is none like you among the gods, Adonai, and there are no deeds like yours. You are sovereign over all worlds, and your dominion is in all generations. Adonai reigns, Adonai has reigned. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Adonai will give strength to our people. Adonai will bless our people with peace. It's a privilege first to call Maya's grandmother to join us here on the Bima as we prepare to pass the Torah from generation to generation. We also invite Zach and Sammy Margolis to come forward to open the doors of the Holy Ark for us. And we ask to stand by the Torah reading table to assist in undressing the Torah Paul and Marcia Margolis, Daniel, Tommy, and Jonathan Margolis. And so as we all take our places and we open the doors of the Holy Ark, we rise. Okay.
Av harachamim heitiv avirtzoncha et Zion tivni chomot Yerushalayim ki levad batachnu melech ram v'nisa adon olamim.
We have so many we honor on the Bima, but I would like to call forward Maya and her parents. Maya, if you'll stand right here facing the congregation, and your parents next to you, and next to them, your grandmother.
She's good, right?
And as Rabbi Foster holds a Torah for passing, we appreciate that every Jewish family is called to reflect on the promise that their parents and grandparents and ancestors made, just as our people did at Sinai, receiving the gift of Torah and saying, Na'aseh v'nishma, we will faithfully do all that you have commanded us. And so this proud family, too, fulfills the commitment of every generation to pass the Torah from grandparent to parents to child.
Shema, Maya, Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shmo.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadlu Adonai iti, unerom b'ma shemo yachdav. Lecha Adonai hagedula v'hagevura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod. Ki chol b'shamayim u'va'aretz, ki chol b'shamayim u'va'aretz. Lecha Adonai amlach al yamin
Please be seated. Okay. Our Torah reading this morning comes from the beautiful portion in Leviticus chapter 19, beginning in verse 1, the portion called Kedoshim. And it's a privilege to call to the Torah to recite the blessings as we give thanks to God for the gifts of Torah. Jody Mendelson, Melissa Mendelson, Susan Gray, Cy Berman, Mark, and Hannah Margolis. Okay. Everybody.
Baruch et Adonai HaMorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe le'emor. Daber el kol adat b'nei Yisrael ve'amarta alehem kedoshim tihiu ki kadosh ani Adonai Elohechem. Ish imo ve'aviv tira'u ve'et Shabbatotai tishmoru ani Adonai Elohechem.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam noten Eloheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Tamod, 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 maya sivan, habat mitzvah.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevarach.
Baruch Adonai HaMorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'chayei olam lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Take your time.
Al tifnu el ha'elilim ve'elohei masecha lo tasu lachem ani Adonai Elohechem. Vechi tizbechu zevach shlamim le'Adonai le'tzonechem tizbechu. Beyom zivchachem yechalu mimacharot v'hanotar ad yom hashlishi ba'esh yisaref. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Feel better? Step there. It's a pleasure to ask Sharon and Tommy Margolis to assist in dressing the Torah.
Baruch
This morning's soft Torah portion comes from the book of Amos, chapter 9, verses 10 through 12. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who has chosen faithful prophets to speak words of truth. Praise to you, Adonai, for the revelation of Torah, for your servant Moses, and for your people Israel, and for prophets of truth and righteousness. The sinners of my people shall die by the sword, saying all the while, no harm shall overtake us nor meet us. On that day I will raise up David's fallen shelter, I will rebuild the breaches in its walls and raise up its ruins, and build it up as in days of old. They shall possess what is left of Edom and all the nations that were called by my name, says the Eternal One who does this. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, rock of all creation, righteous one of all generations, the faithful God, whose word is deed, who creates by speaking, whose every command is just and true. For the Torah, for the privilege of worship, and for the prophets, and for this Shabbat, that you, Adonai, our God, have given us for holiness and rest, for honor and glory, for everything, Adonai, our God, we thank and bless you. May your name be blessed forever by every living being. Praise to you, Adonai, for the Sabbath and its holiness.
Amen. Beautiful.
My Torah portion, Kedoshim, from the book of Leviticus, speaks of holiness. Holiness is about following the commandments, being honest, respecting your parents, and treating your friends and community with loyalty and gratitude. A large portion of being holy is following the commandments. There are 613 commandments in the Jewish religion, and they are all vital to being holy. But my favorite commandment is honor the Lord by resting on the seventh day of the week, because Shabbat is a time to rest and reflect on your week. Another commandment I think is important is always tell the truth. I believe that telling the truth makes life easier because lying complicates things. In my Torah portion, Leviticus, chapter 19, we read, The Eternal One spoke to Moses and said, You shall each revere your mother and father and keep my Sabbaths. Holiness is about respecting your parents. If you can't respect your loved ones, how can you respect yourself? I believe that respecting your parents is a true appreciation of our ancestors. I am who I am because of all that my parents have done and taught me, as my parents are who they are because of their parents, and so on. In the Sifra, or the interpretation of the Leviticus, there is a teaching which states that by living a Jewish life through carrying out the commandments of the Torah, Jews were to be different from other nations, religions, and people. I believe that Jewish people should be united as a shining example of holiness for all. Jewish tradition teaches us that holiness is in our everyday lives. There are rules we must follow to live a sanctified life in school, work, with friends, and within our community. I hope to always strive to be holy to my family, my friends, and my community. On this special day, I am grateful for all of the blessing in my life. I want to thank the rabbis, the cantor, and my Bar Mitzvah tutor, Miss Debbie. I also want to thank my family, my Bowie Sharon, my brothers, Daniel, Tommy, and Jonathan, and of course, my mother and father, who led me to this moment, with love, patience, and, of course, candy. I want to thank everyone here who came from near and far. I am honored to have you all come here this morning to this beautiful synagogue to celebrate this important milestone in my life with me. As I am no longer a child, I am now responsible for myself to be holy. Shabbat Shalom.
Maya, turn and face me. I'm sure you feel a lot better now that everything is behind you. And in front of you are all your family and friends who are so happy to be here to celebrate with you and together in the congregation. You did read, in fact, a beautiful Torah portion. Kedoshim from Leviticus 19 has nothing to do with the subjects of Tazria and Metzora, thankfully. And Kedoshim focuses on how we can aspire to be the very best that we can be. So the portion begins with the words that you read so beautifully. You shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. The rabbis a long time ago asked the question, are we supposed to aim to be as holy as God? Because if that's truly the aspiration, we might not even get out of bed in the morning. That's a lot to do. That's a lot to accomplish even over the course of one's lifetime. The rabbis explained, you shall be humanly holy. Be the very best person you can be, and in that way you'll always be aspiring to heed God's commandments and to do the very best that you can. And I love the values that you chose, the ones that you spoke of in your speech. To be honest, to be true, and to revere your parents who have raised you with such fine values, and the family and friends around you who have modeled for you how to be at your very best. And sometimes when 613 commandments seem overwhelming, every faith tradition, including Judaism, has focused on one or two and called them golden rules. Hillel taught a couple. What is hateful to you, do not do to others. All the rest is commentary. Go and learn it. Hillel taught, if I am not for myself, who will be for me? But in Leviticus 19 is a golden rule too. It was so good, other faith traditions borrowed it and copied it also. In verse 18 it says, V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, love your neighbor as yourself. So Maya, as you get started in your adult Jewish life, I have no doubt that you will aspire to be the best person you can be. Be holy, be set apart for something special. You already are. But be honest and be true, and as you continue to encounter other people, some who are already friends, some who are strangers, remember that your Torah portion teaches all of us, love your neighbor as yourself. And as Jews, we've always counted and hoped that our neighbors would be friendly to us, even as we experience estrangement and immigration and all the issues that we thought were always behind us. Some things never change. So loving your neighbor as yourself is a marvelous way to begin your adult Jewish life. And I hope and pray, as we all do, that the years that unfold in front of you will continue to be filled with blessings and goodness, and that all your days will be filled with the hopes you have for yourself and the hopes that all of us have for you too. And Maya, I would be remiss if I didn't add that you are just a very special person. You are sweet and bright and good, and in all the ways that you fulfill so many important things in school and elsewhere, you're well on your way to being a marvelous adult that we can all continue to enjoy as we continue to know you. Mazel tov on all that you've done today. And in honor of your achievements, I want to share with you some special gifts that every bar and bat mitzvah receives, and I'm delighted to tell you that you've earned them too. A kiddush cup from the sisterhood and brotherhood in the congregation that you can take home and raise at your Sabbath table and holiday table, and to sanctify many other special occasions. This is your certificate of bat mitzvah. It says that you really did it. You were called to the Torah, you chanted from Kiddushim, and taught a very meaningful and important lesson. And this is a gift certificate from the Reform Jewish Movement for $250. We want you to use it to help pay your way to a trip to Israel in high school or college. And while you may go with family, it's also important to go with your peers, with your friends, and to discover their history and archaeology, but also innovation and the future, because Israel is truly a remarkable place. So enjoy your gifts as we enjoy you. And now it's a real privilege to invite Cantor and Rabbi to join me. Come here and stand in the middle. As you face the Holy Ark, we would like to extend to you the blessing of old, that it may go well with you today and for many more years to come.
May God bless you and keep you. May God's light shine upon you, Maya. Be gracious. gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha, v'yaseim lecha shalom.
May God lift God's face upon you and grant you life and strength, mitzvah, and the greatest blessing of all, the blessing of peace.
Amen.
Amen. Mazel tov. And you can be seated. And now, as we prepare to return the Torah to the Ark, we invite Josh, Max, and Joey Gray to open the doors of the Holy Ark with us. And as we raise the Torah now, we rise. Yahalelu et Shem Adonai, ki nizkav shemo levado. Let us praise the name of the Lord, for God's name alone is exalted.
Eitz chaim hi, lamar chazikim ba, v'tomecheiha, miushar tirachiha, darchenoam, v'chol netivoteha, shalom. Hashivinu Adonai elecha v'nashuva, chadesh yameinu kekedem.
In our prayer book now, we turn to the bottom of page 282 and 287 as we join in Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Please remain standing.
We continue on page 294. We take time now to call to mind those who have gone from life, but whose presence and memory abides among us as a blessing. In particular, on this day, we lovingly remember members of Maya's family: Isaac Gottlieb, Rachel Gottlieb, Meyer Margolis, Mark Gray, Minnie Berman, and Sam Berman. We join now together in words of Mourner's Kaddish, again on page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach rute v'yamlich malchute, be'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yatadar v'yatale v'yatalal shmei rekudsha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Ta'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the one who makes peace on high bring peace to all of us and to this entire world, to which we say, Amen. You may be seated. At this time, while our formal prayers have ended, our blessings continue. It's a privilege to invite Maya with her parents as they share their blessing with her.
Maya, now that you're a woman, I think you should get a job tomorrow, right? So Maya has requested that I will keep this short and not embarrassing. So 1 second. Let's keep it really short, right? 10 pages. We'll talk about your birth. No? Okay. I remember the day I was at the doctor's office when I found out I was having a girl after 3 boys. That day, pink, rainbows, and butterflies entered our home for the first time. And it wasn't easy finding pink hockey skates and pink hockey sticks. Maya, you are intelligent, inquisitive, caring, loving, and an amazing sister, friend, and daughter. I love your smile. I love how your eyes squint when you're embarrassed. You're an avid reader and writer who will reread her favorite book several times and write long stories with meaningful and creative plots and complex characters. Your interests vary from rock climbing to watching sport with your brothers and your brothers, playing video games, cooking, photography, and eating candy, lots of candy. I hope you remember this day with fondness. I hope you enjoy as many days in your life to the fullest and realize how much this world has to offer and how much you have to offer the world. I would like to thank everyone who's here at this important event of our family and Maya's life. I would like to also thank the rabbi and clergy, the tutor, who all made this possible. And last but not least, thank you, Marsha Margolis, Susan Gray, and Sharon Margolis, and of course my friend Shannon, for all your assistance. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Yep, it's my turn now. Nice and short. When Maya was 2 years old, she had a favorite book called Joseph Had a Little Overcoat. Maya would have me read it to her every night because she liked the story and the illustrations. Then one night, as I began to read, something amazing happened. She was about 2. Maya read the entire book from memory to me. It was then that I knew her bar mitzvah lessons would be a breeze. Maya is my sports watching partner in the house, and the only one who loves candy more than me in the house. Maya's a fan of bunk beds, loves to ice skate, read books, write, and illustrate. Maya is thoughtful, a great friend, and a good listener. Maya, I love you with all my heart, and this is just one of the milestones in your life. You'll have many, many, many more. I'd like to thank everyone who came here today from near and far to celebrate with us. I'd love to thank the rabbi and the clergy and Debbie for working so hard with her. And thank you to everybody for being here today. Thank you.
Come and join us here in the middle of the bima. Cantor's going to bring challah and wine for us to share our blessings. Please rise so we can share these blessings together. And when we're finished and we exit the chapel, you're going to turn left and you're going to find your way to the Margolis Gallery, just so named for the Margolis family today. And just for a moment, you'll see when you enter, we have a temple member who has been collecting torches from the Olympics for decades. And you were really in for a treat. during lunch and during conversation, to look around and read about the Jewish connection between these Olympic torches and athletes and experiences over the decades. So let's raise our Kiddush cup with great joy and celebration as we share our blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. A sip of wine. And let's, Maya, if you'll take the challah, and we'll share our blessing before we make our way to the Kiddush luncheon. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Good
shalom.
Shabbos, everyone. Thank you for joining us at Congregation Beth Israel in Houston. Sharing Shabbat with you is so meaningful to us. Let's join together again very soon. My very best wishes to you for a good week. Shabbat shalom.